Alright, back-to-back videos today. It is June 27, 2018 at 3:53 p.m. Alright, came across this today. Joe Jackson, father of Michael Jackson, dies.
Joe Jackson, patriarch of the Jackson family, has died. Joe was father to the famous Jackson children, including, of course, music legend Michael Jackson, who died in June 2009. Joe also famously managed his son's musical group, the Jackson 5. The group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. And he helped launch solo careers for his children Randy and Janet Jackson.
How do you feel on a night like this?
I feel great. It's nice to be here, to help us celebrate her situation.
Alright. Joe Jackson died on Wednesday. A Jackson family source confirmed to ET News he was 89 years old. May he rest in peace. Alright, next, Saturn Moon a step closer to hosting life. This came out 2 hours ago. Scientists have found complex carbon-based molecules in the waters of Saturn's moon and Pleiades. Compounds like this have only previously been found on Earth and in some meteorites. They are thought to have been formed in reactions between water and warm rock at the base of the moon's surface ocean. Though not a sign of life, their presence suggests Enceladus could play host to living organisms. The discovery came from the data gathered by the Cassini spacecraft. Alright, so there might be life or living organisms in Saturn's moon. Next news is Japan's Hayabusa 2 spacecraft reaches cosmic diamond. Scientists will map Ryugu with a view to choosing the best location to sample. A Japanese spacecraft has arrived at its target, an asteroid shaped like a diamond, or according to some, a spinning top. Hayabusa 2 has been traveling toward the space rock Ryugu since launching from the Tanegashima spaceport in 2014. It is on a quest to study the object close up and deliver rocks and soil from Ryugu to Earth. It will use explosives to propel the projectile into Ryugu, digging up a fresh sample from beneath the surface. Dr. Mokoto Yoshikawa. Sorry if I chop up the names sometimes. I can't pronounce that well. Hayabasa, second missions manager, talked about the plan now that the spacecraft had arrived at its destination. At first, we will study very carefully the surface features. Then we will select where we touch down. Touchdown means we get the surface material, he told me. A copper projectile or impactor will separate from the spacecraft, floating down to the surface of the asteroid. Once Hayabusa 2 is safely out of the way, an explosive charge will detonate, driving the projectile into the surface. We have an impactor which will create a small crater on the surface of Ryugu. Maybe in the spring next year we will try to make a crater. Then our spacecraft will try to reach into the crater and get the substance material. But this is a very big challenge. And here's an image of it, what it will look like as it's above Ryugu's surface. Alright. Why is this story important? Scientists study asteroids to gain insights into the origins and evolution of our cosmic neighborhood, the solar system. Asteroids are essentially leftover building materials from the formation of the solar system 4.6 billion years ago. It is also thought that they may contain chemical compounds that could have been important for kickstarting life on Earth. They contain water, organic carbon-rich compounds, and precious metals. The last of those has tempted several companies to look into the feasibility of asteroid mining. Yep, that would be one reason why they would do that. Alright, next, Belize prays for visionary steps to save coral reef. The reef's Great Blue Hole is popular with divers. World Heritage body UNESCO has removed the Belize Reef from its list of endangered World Heritage Sites after 9 years. It is said the government of Central American country has taken visionary steps to preserve it. The reef is the second largest in the world after Australia's Great Barrier Reef. It is home to many feathered species including marine turtles, manatees, and the American marine crocodile. UNESCO added the reef to its list of World Heritage Sites in 1996, but said it was in danger in 2009 following plans by the Belize government to allow oil exploration in nearby waters, 13 stunning UNESCO heritage sites around the world, 10 amazing facts about coral reefs. Alright, UNESCO urged Belize to put safeguards in place to protect what Charles Darwin described as the most remarkable reef in the West Indies. Environmentalists organized an informational referendum in 2012 in which 96% of those who took part voted against offshore oil activity. In December 2017, lawmakers passed a landmark moratorium on oil exploration in Belize waters, which makes it one of the only handful of countries in the world with such legislation. At its meeting in Bahrain on Monday, UNESCO praised Belize's visionary plan to manage the coastline, saying that the level of conservation we hoped for has been achieved. The decision comes just under a year after UNESCO opted not to place the Great Barrier Reef on its danger list, arguing that Australia has taken action to preserve it. It's beautiful to see that one of the reefs have been taken off the endangered list, or the endangered World Heritage Sites. That's pretty awesome. Doing good for the ocean. Hopefully more sites in the ocean are preserved and more barrier reefs are saved. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in.